How dare anybody rob you of the experience of seeing this film? That said, this will be 1000% spoiler free. Let's talk Endgame. Okay, you guys, so this will be a little bit different because there will be absolutely zero editing in this review. I just got finished with Endgame, and I'm just gonna give you my feelings about this, man. That's it. If you are new here, we really hope you enjoy yourself. This is the best community on YouTube, by the way. Oh yeah, the community is awesome. And if you love action adventure, if you love sci-fi or fantasy, then you're in the right place, because guess what? That's all we cover on this channel. Now, let's talk Endgame. It was absolutely tremendous. I loved this movie. Had a few areas in here where I had some problems, and we'll talk about those, but on the whole, I love this movie. Listen, guys, I want you to think about this. This is 10 years, 10 successive years of movie making, bringing us to this point. And to call this movie epic is really not doing it justice. This is a colossal, a phenomenal piece of movie making. Now, the biggest thing that impacted me about this film was the emotional weight of this film. This film is heavy at times. And I'm just gonna tell you, go ahead and bring your box of tissues. Shout out to the man Moses, who was a community member. I think it was Moses who said, be prepared. I wasn't prepared, because man, did I cry. I cried several times. Let me tell you what's so crazy, and you'll see when you see the movie. It started right here, man. Like, I could feel it coming, and I'm thinking to myself, oh crap, what the heck is happening here? I'm about to start crying. And sure enough, man, I couldn't hold it back. Like, I couldn't stop myself. This happened several times throughout the movie. And I said, man, Marvel, you done got all up in my feelings, man. And this is hats off to the Russo brothers in how they produce these movies. They know that they got us invested from Iron Man on back. We felt like we knew these characters. We felt like they were a part of us. We felt like we understood these characters. And to see all of them face such a dire consequence in Endgame, we were connected. They knew that, and Marvel played on that, and they take you through an emotional ride in this movie. So be prepared for that. Like I said, don't bring a tissue, bring a box of tissue. And if you don't want anybody to see you cry, try and get a corner seat. But man, I'm sure people were like, look at that big old dude back there crying. I couldn't help it, man. I did not try. Well, you want to hear something crazy? When I was walking out of the theater, I felt it again, just thinking about what I saw. The thing just started welling up in me. So it definitely has some emotional weight. And hats off to Marvel, man, because Marvel's always done this, and Endgame is the same way. They bring us characters that have real problems, and they bring us characters where we can experience the decisions that they've made and how those decisions don't just affect them, but they affect everybody around them. And you see that in this movie. So it's really, really good to see how each one of our different characters are dealing with the events that have happened, how those events have affected them, how those events have shaped their lives at present day or at the current state. So we get to see that, we get to take that journey, but then we also get to experience the emotional weight of the whole story, the story at large, and how all of our different individual characters come into that story and move us on this quest to see if they can undo what Thanos has done. And the way that they tell the story is just absolutely fabulous. I will also say that there are some really cool surprises at Endgame. So if you guys are fans, especially of the comic books, you're going to see some things that will make you say, wow, like, thank you, Marvel, for doing that. So Marvel pays some big fan service to the fans in this movie, and it's really, really cool to see. You will see some things that I think will surprise you. You will also see some heroes on the screen that I think will surprise you. And I feel like Marvel said, listen, we're giving you all that we've got. This is the culmination of 11 years. We are sparing no expense. We're pulling out all the stops. So they give you some really cool fan service in this movie. Now, this movie visually as well is, man, guys, it's phenomenal. And when that third act happens, when that third act happens, you'll see what I mean when you see it. You will be so charged with emotion, you're gonna start crying again. That'll probably be your third cry. And just from what you see visually, you feel the power of it visually. And it overwhelms your emotions. It really, really does. So this movie was an amazing feat. This is something that you guys have to see in the theater. You cannot see it at home. It will not do it justice. This movie really is an experience. It's a marvel. It's probably some of the best movie making that I have ever seen. And my gosh, that last action set piece is absolutely fantastic. It's awe-inspiring. It's jaw-dropping. It's visually, it's nuts, man. And then there's something that happens there, and you're just like, yes, woo! Oh man. So, needless to say, I really did love this film. There were some things, honestly, you guys, that probably could have got cut out this film to make it a little bit shorter, but I'm not even mad that it was in there, because I feel like those things or those times were where they really wanted to make sure that they paid respect and homage to the fans that got this movie to where it is, so they kept it in. Hats off to you, Marvel, man. Throw the whole kitchen sink at us. You've given us 11 years of it. This was a fabulous work. To the Russo brothers, to everybody who worked on this piece, man, it was amazing. You guys are going to love this movie. All right, Kevin, so we're ready for a blue Marvel movie. Think about it. Guys, if you are enjoying the content, we would love for you to join us on our journey by considering supporting us on Patreon. You can do that for as low as $2 a month. Make sure that you subscribe if you're new here. Of course, I will see you in the comments, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.